Hello, I'm back with another little demo, just something I found interesting. It's another, this is MakeRoom. It's another sort of sandboxy, relaxing building sort of game, but not quite building, more decorating. So, I'm just going to show you a little bit of this. Objective, I believe, is probably just you have an objective. Fulfill it. Sandbox, obviously you do whatever you want. You've got room. Eventually there's going to be a camper and a floor diorama type. I'm just going to go into sandbox right now. I'm just going to, like, show things. We can make our own objectives, frankly. So, you can select the floor, each wall. You can rotate, but only up to a very limited degree, in order to kind of see better into corners. And then you have all of your little objects, things in these menus on the side. Accessories, bathroom, beds, cabinets, carpets, chairs. You can make kitchens with appliances and cabinets. You can make living rooms, you can make bedrooms. Can't quite make full houses, but, you know. You can actually do quite a lot. Like, for example, if I go over here and click on the first thing, that is the shape of the room. There are some pretty large ones. That one's huge, that's got a corner cut off, that's like an actual corner type room. You've got rooms that kind of squiggle. There's a few that are currently locked for demo. So we don't have absolutely everything, but frankly, this is a lot more than I probably would have expected for a demo. I would have expected the demo to be, okay, here is your single base-sized room. We're going to have other options later. But you can play around a fair bit with this. You can change the color of anything, and some things have multiple colors in the palette, like furnishings, accessories, things like that. For the walls and floor, obviously, it's just one color. I don't think there's a way to have a two-color, like, tile or anything like that. However, you can put tile textures down. Black might have been the wrong choice for that. Let's go to something lighter like white. So you can have different textures, and the same textures right now are available on the walls as on the floor. And there's like 2 full menus plus some of textures eventually going to be ready in the game. I'll go ahead and just click through these real quick. So just to get kind of started, let's go ahead and let's make a wizard study. I don't know. Yeah, let's make a wizard study. I think that a nice dark stone floor, and I want the walls to be stone too, actually. However, they might be a lighter color. Let's see how that works. Alright. Alright, we've got our start of the, not quite wizard tower. First things first, we're going to need a door to get in there. There is an open doorway, however, I think that just is going to, like, sit on the wall and not actually cut anything through, so we're going to get rid of that. Actually, that could be interesting as a, okay, that's meant to be, like, here in the foreground or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I think we could probably work with that. However, I don't want any foreground elements right now, so I'm just going to put a pin in that for right now. First thing a wizard study needs, I think, is a nice fireplace. And there is it's not really grid-based for snapping things in. It is slightly grid-based for the rotation. You've got certain angles you can do. But that just makes it easier to align things. And you know what? I'm going to be a little goofy. I'm going to put the fireplace right back in this corner. I'm just finding a nice place where the snapping looks, not snapping, where it looks comfortable there. I'm gonna put a little cross of logs in the fireplace. There are other fireplaces and options eventually going to be available, not in the demo though. Fun thing you can do, there are effects. There's smoke 2, if you want to have like a steaming coffee mug somewhere, little sleepy symbols, and a little bit of fire. Look at that. I'd like to see more options added to some of these menus at some point. Like, this is a very nice start in a lot of ways. Some things I would love to see more of. Okay, I think we're on to cabinets, and a lot of these are relatively modern. Now, the fun thing is, you see the rotation happening. It kind of shows you the back and front. I do wish, as a quality of life sort of thing, that the rotation always started on the front, because right now the rotation preserves, like if I go from this to this, it starts at the back and then continues the rotation. Which means sometimes you have to sit and wait for it to actually rotate around to a point where you can see it. Alright, so I'm going to put that there. Now, white doesn't quite fit. We are going to change the color. I think a nice brown is probably key. Yeah, let's go a nice dark brown. Now this is another fun thing. You can scale these things up or down. So if we want tall bookshelf, we can have tall bookshelf. I'm gonna go ahead and scoot that over just a little bit. Maybe just one size down. There we go. Also, copy. So once you get some colors and size and everything locked in that you're after, you can just copy paste that, no problem. I don't think I want it there though. I think that it needs to be, the fireplace does make it a little wonky. You know what? I think that we're gonna go no second bookshelf, one bookshelf just for now. I know. It's just wrong to have a wizard's tower with only one bookshelf. Alright, these are chairs. You've got rolly chairs, standy chairs, stools, of various kinds. Don't know what that monstrosity is. Or that one. Anyway, we don't want a chair, I think. I think we want a sofa. We want something as plush as possible for the wizard. I think that looks about right. Okay. Now, the thing is, I want the chair to face both the books and the fireplace. So, it kind of has to go about here. I might move the bookshelf over just a little bit. There we go. So yeah, that's where the room rotation can kind of come in handy, to be able to see around those little corners and things. I think that a carpet is good, and I think it should be circular. There we go. And we should probably fuss with the colors about this. I haven't really decided the wizard color scheme. Let's change those white legs to wooden ones. And, you know what? There's a lot of purple tones in here already. We could just stick with the purple. Yeah, it's purple wizard study. Which means, I think, also kind of a bluish. I think that'll do. Do you want to make a bright yellow? Orange? Let's do orange. Purple and orange. This seems to be where it's going. Alright, so there's all sorts of shelves, or eventually there will be. Right now there's just a few, like little shelves here. They automatically snap to a wall. That being said, if only I could angle it. Oh well, that's okay. Technically, I don't necessarily need a shelf, but I'm going to put one up here anyway. I think we want windows. So, there's quite a few options, not all in the game yet. That looks pretty impressive, but a little too big for what I'm after. We've got circular windows. Nice. Space portals. Tall. Wide-ish. Very tall and narrow. I like that as a cathedral, so almost a cathedral style window. Got it with a shade. Little modern. More portals. I think that our best bet is probably the circular one. I like the circular one. So let's go ahead and put that there. I am winging this so hard. There are lamps, lanterns. I don't think I want any lamps or lanterns. I do, however, want a side table for the wizard's chair. So, let's see what looks... Yeah, that looks okay. Let's go ahead and size that down a few times. Change the colors. I want the legs to be wood. I'm going to leave the top to be as a paler wood. That's fine, that's fine. And, we can kind of cram it in that corner over there, but no, I think the corner is going to be something else. So, we need accessories, and I think that we want a cup of tea. These are, I think these are cushions, to be quite honest. I'm a little uncertain. it looks cushion-like, so I'm just going to put that there and leave it like that. There are, of course, 3 flavors of cat that you can change the colors on. I'd love to see more pets, more variety in pets. Right now it's fine. Can we have a purple cat? We can have a purple cat. Look at that. That is 100% a wizard's familiar, probably constructed in a cauldron. Books, of course, we have to absolutely stack this shelf with books, and this is where the color change and copy paste are very much going to come in handy. I'm just going to make all the books roughly the same set of like neutral tones. Copy, copy, copy. Honestly, being able to multi-select and copy in scale would probably be helpful for this, but I can see how that would be maybe a little bit janky to actually code and put into a game. And then we're going to put another stack of books right here. Let's go ahead and swap them to that leather-bound sort of classic set. There we go. Mysterious bottles probably go up on top of the fireplace. Don't worry about that. I'm sure it'll be fine. There's cardboard boxes if you want to do the freshly moved in design in your diorama. Oh, this is another fun thing. You can have a blanket half folded and put somewhere. I don't think it quite works here, but just know that it exists. I'd like to see a basket or pet bed. I don't think we can quite make that happen. Wall decorations, mostly there's this weird, like, cloud diorama thing. If you want to do that, there's soundproofing tiles if you're going for a modern, like, I don't know, modern singer, YouTuber, studio sort of thing. I don't think there's anything in particular that I would want for this particular build. There's mirrors, if you want those. But we're just goofing off here anyway. All the cabinetry is everything is relatively modern in design. This is not a complaint or anything, but, you know, personally, I have a much stronger preference for things that are not antique, old-fashioned. I don't know. If I could make this look like a little cottage in the woods, I would probably be all over it. The modern is very slightly throwing me off. It's still a really nice little game. It's still quite enjoyable. Hold on, I think there's candles in here. There are. We gotta have candles. Probably also on the fireplace. But yeah, if I can make this look as, if I can make this properly look like a, rickety old wizard's tower, I would be so very happy. Candelabras here, torches there, that kind of thing. Closest you get are very modern looking lamps and the candles that the pillar candles I just put down everywhere. Okay, there's electronics that I don't think we're going to use. Kitchen appliances, desks, no. The desks, again, are very modern, the ones that we have. Like, you look at this, this particular shape. You look at this. This one has a color-changing LED strip if you're trying to do, oh yeah, I'm going to make a gamer setup room. It is very, very oriented in that direction. It is a little less oriented in the direction of my particular personal weird tastes. Anyhow, plants! Speaking of my weird tastes. Alright, this is going to be fun. We are going to scale this thing up. This is going to be... Okay, I've reached the upper limit. The big plant. Big plant. I think the green is just fine. I'll make the pot... purple doesn't quite do it. I'll make it a little more orange. Look at that thing. It is a monster and I love it so very much. We're going to just put a whole bunch of plants in various places, because what else is a wizard going to do in this game aside from garden? Scale this up a little and change the pot color to something a little more rustic. There we go. You can have a little cactus. You can have a bunch more of these things. Yeah, I think that'll do it. Maybe just one more for good measure. No, not right there. Doesn't quite work. Right there. Oh, I almost forgot. I need a steam effect coming out of that mug. There we go. Alright, I'd say we are just about done. I can't think of very much else unless I want to put that doorway there, and I just might. I just might. Let's go ahead and finish it off with a open arched door. There's a whole bunch of like glass and wood options, but I think we want the open arch right here. We're going to change the color on it. We don't want white. Let's do a very dark gray because that's it's a stone arch. It's a stone doorway. So, I think that's the bulk of it. The only other thing I can think to do is copy the book stacks to make towers and piles everywhere. And I really should be like rotating these slightly as well for variety's sake. Bunch underneath that table. Some more way up here. They're never going to be reached again. That's fine. It's okay. And you know what? A couple more plants. You know, what could it hurt? Move that and scale it up a little. Alright. We've got the corners cluttered quite thoroughly. I think that we are more or less set. You know what? I might just put... I'm going to put this over here as a kind of cauldron. We're going to scale that thing up to heck, and we're going to make it pretty much pitch black. There we go. Does the cauldron need anything in it? I don't think there's really much that can go in it, so we're just gonna change some colors on things real quick. I cannot believe that I neglected to make these things properly potion colored. Hold on a second. We need a, it's a little muted. It's not quite as bright a blue as I was hoping. Yeah, the red is also a little muted, so good to know on the jars. You're not going to get as pure a color as you might otherwise think. I'm not sure what this is. Is this incense? It might be incense. I'm going to assume it's incense, and I'm going to add a little smoky trail off of it. There we go. Yeah, I'd say that we have a pretty decent little setup here. Look at that. Cozy cluttered room full of books, plants, candles, and cat. What more could a wizard ask for? So, that is MakeRoom, at least the bare bones demo version. I'm gonna keep an eye on it just in case. It is on Steam. It is not out yet. I can't remember exactly when it said it was going to be out. I'll look it up and put it in the description of this video when it, if it has a release date already set, or if it's just a coming soon sort of situation. Yeah, I'd like to see it go somewhere. I'd like to see expanded options, just because there's a lot of stuff you can do. In some ways, I'd love to see, like, a walls option where you can construct little, like, separating walls in a space. You know, maybe they have to be, you know, made semi-transparent or something. Maybe there's some sort of limitation in that. Fair enough. But it would be neat to have, like, one of those large or weirdly shaped rooms that you can then go, okay, I'm cutting this corner to make, like, I'm making a big bedroom, there's going to be an ensuite bathroom, but the bathroom needs to have, you know, this little separation space. Even if it's just, like, folding screens would still probably help. But regardless, it's definitely a creative pursuit sort of game that could be worth looking into if you want something kind of calming, meditative, or just something where you can go, all right, I am going to make the most library of libraries, and I am perfectly happy copy pasting books onto shelves to fill an entire room. If you want to go, I'm going to make a bathroom all in one color. I am going to make the greenest bathroom you have ever seen. You know, maybe you allow yourself 2 shades of the color or something. I don't know. But yeah. That is Make Room, and that was fun. So, I'll see you next time.